Arian is a 3-year letterman and a 4-year member of the program. He's logged 36 career appearances on the mound and owns a 5-4 record with a 5.10 ERA. He's logged 90 innings with 70 strikeouts. A biology major, he is a member of Pi Alpha Sigma National College Athlete Honor Society and has been named to the PBC Presidential and the FMU Swamp Fox Athletic Academic Honor Roll on every possible occasion. He also earned a D2 ADA Academic Achievement Award in 2017 and 2016. Number 19, Arian Seymour. Our third senior is a 5'10" designated hitter from Sumter, South Carolina. Number 31, T. DuBose. T is a 2-year letterman after transferring from USC Sumter. As a Patriot, he's batted .295 in 64 career games with 3 homers and 29 RBIs. A finance major, he is a member of Beta Gamma Sigma Business Honor Society and Pi Alpha Sigma National College Athlete Honor Society. He's been named to both the PBC Presidential Honor Roll and the FMU Swamp Fox Athletic Academic Honor Roll. And he earned a D2 ADA Academic Achievement Award. Number 31, T. DuBose. Our fourth senior is a 6'2" catcher from Rock Hill, South Carolina. Number 32, William Robbins. William is a 4-year letterman. He's appeared in 127 career games with an average of .299, 8 homers, and 85 runs batted in. And from behind the plate, he's thrown out 25 runners attempting to steal. He's already earned his undergraduate degree and is working on his Master's of Business Administration degree. He's been named to the PBC Presidential Honor Roll twice, and to the FMU Swamp Fox Athletic Academic Honor Roll on 6 occasions. Number 32, William Robbins. Our fifth senior is a 6'6" left-handed pitcher from Atlanta, Georgia. Number 35, Adam Hornstruck. Adam is a 2-year letterman after transferring from Southern Union State Community College. He's made 25 career mound appearances with a 3-1 mark and a 7.33 ERA. He's averaged more than a strikeout per inning pitched, with opponents batting only .240 against him. A marketing major, he has also earned both Peach Belt Conference Presidential Honor Roll and FMU Swamp Fox Athletic Academic Honor Roll recognition. Number 35, Adam Hornstruck. Our sixth senior is a 6'4" right-handed pitcher from Bridgeton, New Jersey. Number 46, Austin Griffey. Austin is a 2-year letterman at Francis Marion after transferring from Franklin Pierce University. And prior to that, he played at Harvard Community College in Bel Air, Maryland. A finance major at Francis Marion, he's made 11 appearances for the Patriots and has compiled a 2-1 record, the 6.83 earned run average, while averaging nearly a strikeout per inning pitched. Number 46, Austin Griffey. Our final senior is a 6'3" first baseman from Hampton, Georgia. Number 47, Trey Chapman. Trey is a 2-year letterman after transferring from Southern Union State Community College. He's played in 88 games as a Patriot with 77 starts. He owns a .252 batting average with 10 doubles, 5 homers, and 42 runs batted in, including a solo blast in yesterday's contest. He's also part of the business program as a marketing major and has twice been named to the FMU Swamp Fox Athletic Academic Honor Roll. Number 47, Trey Chapman. Francis Marion University and the baseball program would like to thank these 7 seniors for their work on and off the field over the past 4 years. And we wish them the best of luck in all future endeavors. Let's give them one more round of applause.
If you would please rise and remove your caps.
Welcome back to Cornell Field at Sparrow Stadium on the campus of Francis Marion University here in Florence, South Carolina for Game 3 of the Peach Belt Conference Baseball Series between the Georgia Southwestern State University Hurricanes and your Francis Marion University Patriots. The Patriots got some help yesterday in the Peach Belt Conference standings as Lander lost its second straight game to USC Aiken, and the Patriots swept a twin bill from the Hurricanes. So the Patriots now with 9 conference wins are 2 games ahead of Lander, who has 7, although the Bearcats have 1 additional series to play. Lander and Aiken playing their 3rd game today at the same time that the Patriots are playing the Hurricanes here, so we'll keep you abreast of the score from over at Roberto Hernandez Stadium at Aiken, as well as what's happening here at Francis Marion. It's senior day here, and although the promise from Athletic Director Murray Hartzler for a sun-splashed afternoon may not necessarily be coming true, it's partly cloudy or mostly overcast. It's 70 degrees, comfortable 70 degrees with a slight breeze. Possibly even better weather to keep you from getting sunburned than if we had the sun out shining down. On the bump for the Patriots today, as Francis Marion goes for the sweep, freshman right-hander Austin Roseberry. Roseberry 3-1 with a 5.88 ERA. This will be his 19th appearance, his 6th start. He's pitched in 41 1/3 innings, allowed 50 hits, struck out 34 and walked 14. Opponents are batting .301 against him. The Patriots come in with an 18-27 record, 9-20 in the Peach Belt. Georgia Southwestern 8-32 and 4-22 in conference play. Running down the Hurricanes starting lineup: second base Jason Beta, center fielder Josh Logan, first baseman Jared Jones, the DH Andy Moore, right fielder Jonathan Martin, left fielder Cole Clark, catcher Dakota Long, shortstop Tyler Skelton, and the third baseman Bradley Huff. On the mound for the Hurricanes, the right-hander Kyle Spinks. And the first pitch from Austin Roseberry will come in at 1:08 p.m. And it will be a called strike. Officially 71 degrees, winds out of the southeast at 7 miles per hour. Beta lines to Mackinson is short. His throw across to Chapman is true, and there's one down here in the top of the first inning.
Over to center fielder number 15, Josh Logan.
Josh Logan, the Hurricanes center fielder, is next. Logan, a senior, batting .281, 1 home run, 21 RBIs, a .354 on-base percentage. As we mentioned, today was Senior Day. Patriots honored their 7 seniors prior to first pitch. As Roseberry catches Logan looking for the second out. 7 Patriots seniors, infielder Justin Palmer, left-handed pitcher Arian Seymour, designated hitter T. Dubose, catcher William Robbins, left-handed pitcher Adam Hornstra, right-handed pitcher Austin Griffey, and first baseman Trey Chapman. Third batter for Georgia Southwestern is first baseman Jared Jones. Jones batting .309, 4 home runs, 34 RBIs. He has a .388 on-base percentage. As we mentioned yesterday, he leads the Hurricanes in most of the important offensive categories. Griffith fields at third base. And 1-2-3 go the Hurricanes here in the top of the first inning. Your Patriots coming up for their first ups. You're watching the Patriots Sports Network. Before the Patriots come up to bat, let's run through the FMU starting lineup for this afternoon's game. Leading off at second base, Patrick Jackson. Batting second in right field, Cole Hinnett. Batting third to center field, Gage Taylor. In the cleanup spot, the shortstop, C.J. Mackinson. Batting fifth and catching, William Robbins. Batting sixth at first base, Trey Chapman. Batting seventh at third base, Alex Griffith. Batting eighth, the DH, T. Dubose. And batting ninth in left field, Stephen Cox. As I mentioned, on the mound for Georgia Southwestern, senior right-hander Kyle Spinks. Spinks with a 1-6 record, an ERA of 7.43. This will be his 11th appearance. He's made 11 starts. He's thrown 53 1/3 innings, allowed 70 hits, struck out 47, walked 31, and opponents are batting .327 against him. The Hurricane defense from left to right field, Clark in left, Logan in center, and Martin in right. Around the infield at third, Huff. Shortstop is Skelton. Beta at second base, Jones at first. Dakota Long behind the plate, and Kyle Spinks on the mound. Patrick Jackson leads off for the Patriots. Jackson now batting .315, 1 home run, 7 RBIs, an on-base percentage of .417. Jackson scored 6 runs in yesterday's doubleheader sweep. The top of the lineup did their job yesterday as Jackson scored 6 runs on 4 hits in the leadoff spot, and Cole Hinnett, batting in the 2-hole, had 5 hits and scored 8 times. That pitch finds a piece of the bat for a foul ball. Count now 1-2. Jackson, a 5'7" sophomore from Hendersonville, North Carolina, graduate of East Hendersonville High School. And he punches that one into right field. And the Patriots are off to a good start this afternoon with the leadoff single. And that brings up Cole Hinnett. Hinnett a big day yesterday. 5 hits, 2 runs batted in. and 8 runs scored in the 2 games. His average now at 320, no home runs, 16 RBIs, and his on-base percentage a team best 424. Jackson, with a pair of stolen bases yesterday, is now 6 for 7 in that category. And Spinks chases him back. Good stop by Long. We'll keep Jackson at first. Just got word from the Dr. Eddie Floyd Florence Tennis Center that Columbus State University is the 2018 Women's Tennis Tournament champions. The Cougars defeated Georgia College this morning in the championship match 5-1. Columbus State and Lander will play for the men's tournament title this afternoon. Also at the Dr. Eddie Floyd Florence Tennis Center, about 20 minutes across town from the FMU campus. Patriots serving as host of the Peach Belt Tournament, I believe, for the 6th consecutive year over at that facility. Two 2-1 misses. Count goes 3-1. Francis Marion pounded out 29 hits and scoring 24 runs in yesterday's doubleheader sweep. The Patriots never trailed. Hinnett hits it to right field. Martin, several steps over, makes the catch for the first out. Patriots scored 5 runs in the first inning of game 1, 2 in the second, and eventually led 10-0 before the Hurricanes made a brief rally late. In game number 2, the Patriots scored twice in the first inning, 3 times in the second to lead 5-0 after 2. Gage Taylor now steps in, the junior center fielder, batting .323, 1 home run and a team best 37 runs batted in. He has a .373 on base percentage. Jackson is moving, hit and run is on as Taylor slices it down the left field line. That will get in for a base hit. Clark cuts it off, but not before Jackson is around to second, and around to third, and Taylor into second with a double. The hit and run maybe didn't help the Patriots as much on that particular play, as once the ball was put in the air, Jackson had to hold up slightly to make sure that it wasn't caught. That brings up C.J. Mackinson. Mackinson has driven in 9 runs in his last 3 games. 5 against Claflin on the midweek game, and then 4 in game 1 of yesterday's doubleheader. He did go 1 for 3 in the second game yesterday with a run scored, but no RBIs. Mackinson now batting .318, 6 home runs, which leads the team, 33 RBIs, that's second best, and a .393 on base percentage. That one is grounded back up the middle. It'll get through for a single. Jackson's in to score. Here comes Taylor. He'll score standing up. And just like yesterday, Francis Marion on the board in the first inning with the early lead. RBIs number 34 and 35 for C.J. Mackinson. Very quickly, with one down here in the first inning, the Patriots lead 2-0. William Robbins, the senior catcher, stands in. Robbins batting .303, 5 home runs, 32 RBIs, with a .388 on base percentage. Robbins is appearing in his 128th career ball game. He owns a career average of .299 with totals of 8 home runs and 85 runs batted in. Robbins, as we mentioned yesterday, has already earned his undergraduate degree and is working on his Master's of Business Administration degree here at FMU. Mackinson, the runner at first, 4 of 6 in stolen bases this season. Runner goes. Long's throw. In time. And Mackinson is caught stealing. That is the 10th runner that catcher Dakota Long has caught stealing this season. Robbins goes down swinging for the strike 3, but the Patriots pick up 2 runs here in the first, so we played 1 full inning. Francis Marion leads Georgia Southwestern 2-0. You're watching the Patriots Sports Network. Due up for the Hurricanes, batters 4, 5, and 6. Designated hitter Andy Moore, right fielder Jonathan Martin, and left fielder Cole Clark. Jones, the first baseman, had 5 hits in yesterday's doubleheader. The leading off will be the DH, Andy Moore. Moore batting .283, no home runs, 17 RBIs, .342 on base percentage. Moore was 2 for 9 in the twin bill yesterday. Roseberry on the mound for the Patriots, a freshman, as we mentioned, 6 foot, 165 pounds, out of Charlotte, North Carolina, and Weddington High School. with quality starts yesterday from starters Sam High and Evan Flynn. Pretty much the entire Patriot bullpen is available for work today. Both starters went 7 innings yesterday, so we only had to get a couple innings from relievers. Garrett Wilson pitched 2 innings in game number 2. John Riley Hathcock and Cole Hennett both pitched in game number 1. Hit down the left field line. Talks over. It's going to be out of play. Again, the Patriots battling for that 8th and final berth in the Peach Belt Conference Baseball Tournament that will be hosted by Flagler College down in Florida, May 11th through the 13th. The 2 wins yesterday pretty much eliminated Augusta University from any chance of making the tournament, so it's basically between the Patriots and the Lander Bearcats for that final berth. Lander playing at USC Aiken today, and then the Bearcats have a 3-game series with North Georgia next weekend. Ground ball to Jackson at second. 1 out here in the top of the second. Francis Marion will take a break as exams begin on Wednesday.
Next at the right field, number 20, Jonathan Martin.
The Patriots may play a doubleheader against Belmont Abbey College on May 4th, depending on what happens with the Peach Belt Conference Tournament. Jonathan Martin stands in, the right fielder. Sophomore, batting .233, no home runs and 16 RBIs. .331 on base percentage. More yesterday. 1 for 10 in the doubleheader. As they did yesterday, the Hurricanes with 4 left-handed batters in the lineup against the righty Rosenberry. We're playing in the top of the second here, Francis Marion and Georgia Southwestern. Punch down the left field line foul. Glad that you could join us for this final home game of the 2018 season. Hopefully not the last game of the Patriots season. With that sweep yesterday, Francis Marion improves its all-time record against the Hurricanes to 25-8. Georgia Southwestern is located in Americus, Georgia. Two is hit in the air to down the left field line. That'll again slice out of play. As Alex Griffith gives chase. Yesterday he gave chase and the fence won as he tumbled over the fence onto the berm on the left field line. The 2-2 from Roseberry. Off-speed pitch is hit high to shallow right field. Hennett calls off Jackson and makes the catch. And that'll leave it up to the left fielder, Cole Clark. A sophomore, he's batting .227, no home runs, 7 RBIs, a .340 on base percentage. He leads the Hurricanes with 9 stolen bases in 10 attempts. Clark 1 for 7 in the series. And Clark takes that one on the arm, and he will trot down to first base as the Hurricanes' first base runner this afternoon. That is the 4th batter that Roseberry has hit in his 43 innings of work this season. So Georgia Southwestern has a 2-out base runner. And it'll bring up the catcher, Dakota Long. Long, a senior, is batting .220. No home runs, 7 RBIs, a .286 on base percentage. He caught game 1 of yesterday's doubleheader. Went 1 for 5 with an RBI. Roseberry's first opportunity to pitch from the stretch today. As we mentioned, Clark, the runner at first, leads the Hurricanes in stolen bases with 9. That one is grounded back up the middle. Diving attempt by Jackson's unsuccessful, and Georgia Southwestern has their first hit of the afternoon. So with 2 outs, GSW has runners at first and second. The shortstop, Tyler Skelton. Skelton is a freshman. He's batting .203, no home runs and 3 RBIs, a .257 on base percentage. Skelton was 3 for 9 in the Twin Bill yesterday with a pair of runs scored. He's got his average up over the Mendoza line. Roseberry with the overhand off-speed pitch in there for called strike 1. See our Media Center crew creating the webcast for you today. Max Falk down the left field line, Deontay Hemingway down the right field line, Caleb Reeves up here in the booth, and Larry Falk is driving the bus for us. It's lined to left field. Cox comes in, has to take on the short hop. The runner was going to hold, but Cox boots the ball, and a couple of the runners will move up, including the first run. So credit Skelton with the base hit. The runner would have held at third, but Cox was unable to come up with the ball cleanly. Credit him with an E7, allowing Clark to score and Long to move from second to third. So no RBI for Skelton. He does pick up the base hit, but just no RBI. That'll bring up the third baseman, Bradley Huff. Huff batting .202, 1 home run, 9 RBIs, .310 on base percentage. Huff picked up 5 hits yesterday in 8 at-bats. 2 in the first game, 3 in the second game. Also scored twice. So your Patriots now lead 2-1 here in the top of the second inning. Runners on the corners for the Hurricanes with 2 down. So the 2-out hit batter comes back to haunt Roseberry as the Hurricanes follow with consecutive singles, and then a fielding error allowed the run to score. That one is cued to Jackson at second. Throw to Chapman, and the Hurricanes are retired, stranding 2 runners. But we head to the bottom of the second. Francis Marion's lead trimmed in half to 2-1. Your Patriots coming up to bat. You're watching the Patriots Sports Network. Good news from Aiken as the Pacers lead Lander 2-0, the top of the second inning. A couple other scores from around the Peach Belt. Columbus State leads Young Harris 6-4 in the top of the seventh. Winston-Salem State leads North Georgia 5-3, top of the sixth. That's non-conference action. Augusta leads Georgia College, top of the second. Flagler and UNC Pembroke tied at 2, still in the first inning. Trey Chapman, the big first baseman, leads off for the Patriots here in the bottom of the second. Chapman batting .268, 4 home runs, 31 RBIs, .355 on base percentage. Chapman went yard yesterday with a poke over the right center field wall. Chapman 6'3", 225 out of Hampton, Georgia, product of Luella High School. He transferred to Francis Marion from Southern Union State Community College. Hits that one pretty far, but to straightaway center. Logan hangs out and makes the easy catch. Third baseman Alex Griffith steps in. Griffith, a junior, batting .284, 5 home runs, 30 RBIs, .365 on base percentage. Griffith went 4 for 8 with a couple RBIs and a run scored in yesterday's doubleheader. Skelton fields it short. Throw across to Jones, and Griffith is retired, 6-3. So another one of the Patriots seniors will now step in. T. Dubose, designated hitter. He's batting .327, 2 home runs, 18 RBIs, .362 on base percentage. Dubose, a product of Sumter High School in Sumter, South Carolina, and he transferred to the FMU from USC Sumter. He's appearing in his 65th career game. Career batting average of .295 in those 64 games. 3 home runs and 29 RBIs. Finance major, Dubose is a member of both Beta Gamma Sigma Business Honor Society and the Chi Alpha Sigma National College Athlete Honor Society, and has previously been named to both the Peach Belt Conference Presidential Honor Roll and the FMU Swamp Fox Athletic Academic Honor Roll. And he hits that in the air to center field. Logan drifts in, makes the catch, and the Patriots quickly go 1-2-3 in the bottom of the second. We've played 2 full innings. Francis Marion 2, Georgia Southwestern 1. You're watching the Patriots Sports Network. At Francis Marion University in Florence, South Carolina. Your Patriots lead the Hurricanes 2-1 as we head to the top of the third inning. Due up the top of the lineup for Georgia Southwestern, Beta, Logan, and Jones.
Leading off second base, number 13, Jason Beta.
This will be the final Francis Marion Athletic event before exams begin on Wednesday. Tuesday's reading day. Tomorrow evening, the Patriot student athletes will have their annual awards program. For the first time, it's going to be held down at the Performing Arts Center in downtown Florence. And then on Thursday evening at 6:30 at the Performing Arts Center, the athletic department will hold its annual Swamp Fox Benefit Live Auction, with proceeds going to benefit the scholarships for student athletes at the university. That live auction begins at 6:30. Tickets are still available. Call the athletic office at 843-661-1240 for more information. 843-661-1240 for more information. Count to Jason Beta, the second baseman, now 2-1. Beta grounded out to lead off the Hurricanes' first inning. His average for the season now at .288. Beta now 4 for 10 here in this 3-game series. He had a long 2-run triple yesterday, also had a double in the doubleheader. That one is behind him for ball 4. Ball goes to the backstop, and he hustled down to first base, but Robbins retrieves the ball quickly.
Next up is infielder number 15, Josh Logan.
So after retiring the first 5 Hurricane batters in order, Roseberry has run into a little bit of trouble. He allowed 1 run in the second inning, did strand 2 runners on base, and Now has given up a leadoff walk here in the top of the third. Francis Marion head coach Art Naminent will visit with his freshman righty. And Naminent in his 18th year as the Patriot head coach. Now with 568 career wins. This is his 21st year overall as a four-year head coach at the collegiate level. Over 650 career wins. Josh Logan stands in for the Hurricanes. Logan's fanned his first time to the plate. Bader, the runner at first, only 1 of 5 in stolen bases this season. Following the game today, we'll have Batting for Babies, the annual competition here, second annual competition, as teams from Pepsi, Honda, and ABB will battle it out for the 2018 title. Pepsi, the reigning Batting for Babies champion. The 2-0 to Logan. It's grounded over the bag and down the left field line. That's a fair ball. That'll be at least 2. Beta being waved home. The throw not in time. And Logan is out at third trying to advance an extra base. So an RBI double for Logan knots the score. But he is out 7-6, 2-5 at third base trying to take that extra base. Jared Jones next up as the bases are now empty with 1 out and score tied. Jones grounded to third. His first trip today. And quickly he's in the hole. The Batting for Babies competition, each of those 3 companies puts forth its best 4 batters. And off the batting practice pitcher of Francis Marion, they will get 15 cuts. Cones are set out in the field, and depending on how far you hit it, you may get 1 point, 2 points, 3 points, or 4 points. And then at the end of each team's 4 batters, there's a team score is compiled. And whoever has the most points wins the competition. So Pepsi is looking to defend its 2017 championship. Jones goes down swinging as Roseberry registers his second strikeout. And Andy Moore now steps in with 2 outs. Moore grounded out to second, back in the second inning. His average now at .281 for the 2018 season. And all proceeds from the Batting for Babies competition goes to the March for Babies organization. It's pretty well down the right field line, but foul. Line score is nearly identical. Francis Marion 2 runs on 3 hits with 1 error. The Hurricanes 2 runs on 3 hits with no errors. And more fans for the third out. But the Hurricanes pick up the tying run. We head to the bottom of the third. Francis Marion and Georgia Southwestern all knotted up at 2-2. You're watching the Patriots Sports Network. Francis Marion golf team is concluding its 2017-18 season today. The Patriots are competing in the Robert Kepler Intercollegiate Tournament, hosted by The Ohio State University in Columbus, Ohio. They did not finish the second round yesterday, as the original start time in the morning was delayed due to frost. Darkness cut short the tournament before some of the teams could finish their second round. That included the Patriots. So FMU finished its second round this morning, and they're now in the middle of the third round. They stand 16th in the team standings, had been as high as 11th earlier in the day. Stephen Cox bats for the first time. Today for the Patriots. Cox batting .245, 1 home run, 14 RBIs, .331 on base percentage. Beta to Jones, and Cox is retired. Stephen did have a perfect 4-for-4 day yesterday in game number 2 with 3 runs scored. Patrick Jackson is up as the Patriots go back to the top of the order. Jackson singled, came around to score Francis Marion's first run today. His average continues to climb, now at .323, and his on-base percentage up over .420. Count now 2-2 to the sophomore second baseman. Huff with the throw. Jones picks it low, and Jackson is retired. So after allowing the 2 runs in the first inning, Spinks has now settled down and retired 5-6 in a row. Cole Hennett flew out to right field in his first trip to the plate today. one's blooped over to second base and is going to get down in front of the right fielder. And Kennett has his first hit of this Sunday afternoon. Hit number 4 for the Patriots. And that breaks that string of 6 consecutive retired by Spinks. Gage Taylor with the hit and run double down the left field line in his first trip today. His average now up to 327. That was double number 11 for Taylor on the year, third best on the Patriots. That one's hit to shallow right field. That also is going to get down in front of Martin, who drops the ball, but Kennett had already stomped at second base. So back-to-back bloop hits to right field. Have 2 runners on for the Patriots with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And C.J. Mackinson up. Mackinson, 2-run single up the middle to account for the 2 Francis Marion runs in the first inning. Mackinson now with 11 RBIs this week in 4 contests. The 0-1 to Mackinson from Spinks. Outfield pretty much playing straight away, medium depth. Spinks gets the sign from Dakota Long. And from the stretch, he's ready. Mackinson out in front and count now 2-2. Kennett the runner at second. Taylor the runner at first. Patriots looking to reclaim the lead here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And Francis Marion has not trailed in this 3-game series with the Hurricanes. Runners are going with the 3-2 pitch, but it's ball 4, and the bases are now loaded with 2 outs. That'll bring up a familiar face with the bases loaded, William Robbins. He batted 3 times with the bases loaded yesterday in the doubleheader. His average for the season at .301, 5 home runs and 32 RBIs. That one's wild and in the dirt and gets back to the backstop, and Cole Hennett will easily trot home, and the Patriots regain the lead at 3-2. All the other runners also move up a base. So while the bases are no longer loaded, Robbins does have 2 runners in scoring position now with 2 outs. Spinks, the Hurricanes pitcher, 6'2" senior from Medina, Georgia, Union Grove High School. He has seemed to enjoy much more success pitching from the full windup versus pitching from the stretch with runners on base today. Called strike 3 on Robbins. So the Patriots strand a pair of base runners in scoring position here in the bottom of the 3rd, but they do pick up a run on a wild pitch. We played 3 full innings. Francis Marion leads Georgia Southwestern 3-2. You're watching the Patriots Sports Network. Freshman Austin Roseberry takes his final warm-up tosses here in the top of the 4th inning. Francis Marion back in the lead 3-2 over Georgia Southwestern. Looking at the score from over in Aiken, the Pacers lead Lander 4-1 now in the 3rd inning. So the situation for that final Peach Belt Conference tournament berth is this: if Francis Marion wins today, Lander loses, the Bearcats would need to sweep North Georgia next weekend to get the final berth and knock the Patriots out. Anything less than that, and Francis Marion would go to the tournament. But of course, there's still some innings left to be played today in both the contests. Jonathan Martin, the right fielder, leads off for the Hurricanes here in the 4th inning. Martin 0 for 1 today. Now 1 for 11 in the series. Quickly, Roseberry's ahead in the count. Martin, a sophomore, 6'1", from Irvinville, Georgia, and Irwin County High School. Hit to Trey Chapman at first. He goes to one knee to make the play. Tags the bag for the first out here in the top of the 4th inning. Cole Clark, sophomore left fielder, will stand in next. Clark was hit by a pitch with 2 outs. That eventually led to the Hurricanes' first run in the top of the 2nd inning. So with that HBP, his season average remains at 227. That one is just foul. Just missed the, what we used to say chalk, but now it's actually paint, down the left field line. Georgia Southwestern head coach Brian McLean down the third base coaching box strolled over to get a little bit better look on where the ball landed. It didn't miss by much. But he does miss that pitch, and it goes for strike number 3. And Roseberry has his 4th strikeout of the afternoon, and they're 2 down here in the top of the 4th inning. Dakota Long swings and misses at the first pitch. Long singled in his first plate appearance today. His average now up to 229. Patriot fans, for your Francis Marion gifts and apparel, visit FMUPatriotsShop.com. FMUPatriotsShop.com. And wear your red, white, and blue apparel proudly. Support the FMU Patriots. FMUPatriotsShop.com. Grounded back to Roseberry, steps and throws, and the Hurricanes go 1-2-3 in the top of the 4th. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Francis Marion leads Georgia Southwestern 3-2. You're watching the Patriots Sports Network. So again, for your FMU apparel, like this Francis Marion hat, FMUPatriotsShop.com, or even the shirt. We're back for the bottom of the 4th inning. Francis Marion leads the Hurricanes 3-2. Trey Chapman due up, followed by Alex Griffith and T. Dubose. That trio went 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Let's see if we can get a little bit more success here in the bottom of the 4th.
Now batting at first base, number 47, Trey Chapman.
Again, Chapman, one of the seniors honored before the game today, playing his final home game here at Sparrow Stadium. skies that one down the left field line. Will it stay in play? No, it's up on the berm. Former Francis Marion head coach and Hall of Famer Gerald Griffin in attendance at today's game. Looks like he may have just purchased a new Francis Marion cap. You can also get Francis Marion apparel here at the ball game when they have the concessions stand open. Chapman fouls that one back over the press box. There are some things down on sale down there on the table. They usually have it from about the first inning through the 6th or 7th inning usually. So Chapman has fouled off the first 4 offerings from Spinks. Spinks now up to 54 pitches, 36 of which have found the strike zone or been put into play. Grounded foul outside of first base. So home plate umpire Brett Dickerson has to get a new supply of baseballs. Kelly Culp on the bases here for game number 3 of the series. Again, Chapman goes into center field. Logan is in, makes the running catch. He calls off the left fielder Clark. So Chapman has tried Logan deep and Logan shallow, and he's been up to the task both times. Alex Griffith steps in. Griffith grounded to short. And his first at bat. His season average now at 282. The former Pitt Panther does have 5 home runs and 30 RBIs this season. That was muscled down the left field line, but foul. Again, some fans making use of the tabletops down the right field line on the cement walkway down to the picnic area. Skelton up the middle. Bobbles but recovers and makes the throw to retire Griffith. And so T. DuBose will bat. DuBose also flied out to center field. And his first at bat, his season average now down to 326. And he's also playing his final game in Sparrow Stadium. The 0-1 from Spinks. Fouled off toward the field house. Count goes to 0-2. Stephen Cox would be next if Dubose can extend the inning. Over in Aiken, Lander has trimmed the Pacer lead to 4-2 in the fourth inning. Dubose goes to center field, and Logan has a busy inning, but again he's up to the task as he makes the catch for the third out. Patriots are retired. We played 4. Francis Marion leads GSW 3-2. You're watching the Patriots Sports Network. Austin Roseberry ready for his final warm-up pitch. Due up for the Hurricanes here in the fifth inning. Shortstop Tyler Skelton, third baseman Bradley Huff, and then back to the top of the order for second baseman Jason Beta.
Leading off the shortstop, number 1, Tyler Skelton.
Skelton singled earlier today. He's 1 for 1. That was his 4th hit of the series. Austin Roseberry stands at 62 pitches, 38 of which have been called strikes or or been put into play. Alex Griffith at third, fields and throws. 1 out.
Next up, third baseman, number 10, Bradley Huff.
Bradley Huff, the Hurricanes' third baseman, now stands in. Huff grounded out to second to end the second inning. His season average right at the Mendoza line now, 200. And that'll be above the Mendoza line as he singles sharply to left field. And the Hurricanes have a 1-out base runner. So the lineup flips back to the top. Second baseman Jason Beta. Beta 0 for 1. Walked and scored in the third inning. Huff, the runner at first, is 3 of 3 in stolen bases this season. William Robbins behind the plate for the Patriots during his 4-year career has thrown out 25 runners attempting to steal. Some of Robbins' 128 career games have been as the DH, especially possibly the second game of a doubleheader. Count to Beta, 1-1. One out here in the top of the 5th inning. Patriots leading 3-2. Roseberry owns a 3-1 record. Came in with an ERA of 5.88. He's now started 6 games this year while making 13 relief appearances. Huff bluffs at first base, but Beta takes ball 4. So now with 1 out there, 2 Hurricanes on base. And Josh Logan, the senior center fielder, will bat. Logan had an RBI double in the 3rd inning. That will bring out head coach Art Nabinet. Senior lefty Arian Seymour is warming in the bullpen. We'll see if this is the end of Roseberry's day or whether he'll get to finish the 5th inning. And Josh Logan, the Patriots will make a pitching change. We'll break for 30 seconds, come back and tell you about Aaron Seymour, the new Francis Marion hurler. So senior Arian Seymour, another the Patriots honored before the game today, stands in. Seymour, 5'11", 185 pounds, in a southpaw out of Nassau in the Bahamas. Graduated from Lindsley High School in Wheeling, West Virginia. His family there in Nassau, one of the founding families as far as baseball goes in that country. Seymour 1-3 this season with a 4.85 ERA. He'll be making his 13th appearance, his 7th in relief. He's thrown 39 innings, allowed 46 hits, fanned 29, walked 27, and opponents are batting .297 against him. The numbers for FMU freshman Austin Roseberry: 4 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs. 1 of those was earned. 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. He did hit a batter. He threw 71 pitches. And of course, he is responsible for the runners on 1st and 2nd here in the top of the 5th. Josh Logan will stand in and be next for the Hurricanes. Logan, an RBI double in the 3rd inning that briefly tied the score, 2-2. He also struck out looking in the 1st inning. So 1 for 2 today. 3 for 10 now in the series. Huff, the runner at 2nd. Beta, the runner at 1st. Arian, with the runner at 2nd, wants to make sure of the signs with catcher William Robbins. For his career, Seymour making his 37th appearance, a 5-4 record with a 5.10 ERA and 90 career innings, has 70 strikeouts. Arian is a biology major. He also is a member of Chi Alpha Sigma National College Athlete Honor Society And during his time at FMU, has been named to the PBC Presidential and the FMU Swamp Fox Athletic Academic Honor Roll on every possible occasion. Logan now ahead in the count, 2-0. As Seymour looks to possibly dissect the strike zone here on his third offering. Seymour gets the sign from the stretch. Logan swings and misses. Count now 2-2. Patriots would love nothing more than a nice ground ball at the second baseman or shortstop where they can turn two. Francis Marion 3 runs on 5 hits with 1 error. Georgia Southwestern 2 runs on 4 hits with no errors. That 1 error was a costly miscue for the Patriots as it resulted in the first Hurricane run. Line drive off the glove of the leaping second baseman into center field for a base hit. The runner will be held at third, and so now with 1 out, the bases are loaded.
The first baseman, number 7, Jared Jones.
Jared Jones, the first baseman, will now bat with the bases loaded and only 1 out. Jones 0 for 2 today, ground out and a strikeout. Now 5 for 11 in the series. Seymour finds the inside corner for called strike 1. Again, defense playing pretty much straight away. Medium depth in the outfield. Infield certainly looking to turn 2. It's a ground ball to third. And through the wicket of the third baseman Griffith for an error. And 2 runs will score on the play. And the Hurricanes have their first lead of the series at 4-3.
Next up, the DH, number 2, Andy Moore.
To credit Jones with an RBI on the first run. And again, a miscue comes back to haunt the Patriots. So Andy Moore, the DH, is next. Still only 1 out. 2 Hurricane runners on board. That closes the book on Austin Roseberry. 4 runs allowed. Only 2 of those runs are earned. Moore 0 for 2 today. 2 for 11 now in the series. Seymour now ahead in the count, 1-2. Nice stop by William Robbins behind the plate. On a ball in the dirt, keeps the runners at first and second. Two from Seymour. Fouled at the plate. Logan the runner at second, Jared Jones at first, and Andy Moore the batter for the Hurricanes. Checks his swing. The count is now full. There is further action. Patriot bullpen. Christian Umflett warming. Here's the 3-2. Pop foul, we'll do it all over again. Two on, one out for the Hurricanes. Andy Moore at the plate. Swung on and missed, and Seymour has a big strikeout here in the top of the fifth. We're not out of trouble yet, but a little bit closer. Right fielder Jonathan Moore is next. Sophomore is 0-2 today. Now 1 for 12 in the series. Seymour gets ahead in the count in the lefty-lefty confrontation. Certainly infield playing deep all the way around. They want to at least knock the ball down, keep it on the dirt, and keep that runner on second from scoring. If not able to pick up the third out. The 1-2 pitch as Seymour gets the sign from William Robbins. Misses inside, count goes to 2-2. Two-two pitch with two outs here in the top of the fifth inning. Two Hurricane runners on board. Check swing foul. That one misses down, count now full. So the runners will get a head start here with two outs and the full count pitch upcoming. That will possibly allow for Jared Jones to score from first base on a base hit. 3-2. Grounded foul, and we'll do that one all over again. And that misses inside for ball 4, and the bases are reloaded. This time for the left fielder, Cole Clark. Clark 0 for 1, was hit by a pitch that scored a run in the second inning. Christian Umflett continues to warm up in the Patriot bullpen. He looks to be ready if head coach Art Nabinet needs to make a change. Clark swings and misses at the first offering. Seymour now ahead in the count 0-2. Patriots softball team enjoying the game this afternoon, sitting behind the backstop. Members of the volleyball team down the first base line behind the dugout. Clark takes that one outside for ball 1. And Clark swings and misses for the strikeout and out number 3 here in the top of the 5th. But the Hurricanes pick up a couple runs as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Georgia Southwestern leads Francis Marion 4-3. You're listening to the Patriot Sports Network. Due up in the bottom of the 5th for Francis Marion, Stephen Cox, Patrick Jackson, and Cole Hennett. As the Patriots, for the first time in the series, trail. Checking the Peach Belt scoreboard. Lander has trimmed that USC-Aiken lead now to 4-3 in the 5th inning. UNC Pembroke leads Flagler 6-3 in the 4th. Georgia College leads Augusta 4-1 in the 5th. As they head to the top of the 6th. Columbus State has defeated Young Harris 11-4. And Winston-Salem State surprising North Georgia for the second day in a row, leading 7-5 in the top of the 8th. Cox cues that one to second base. Beta makes the play and the throw to retire the Patriot left fielder. And Spinks has now retired the last 5 in a row. After giving up 2 runs in the first, Spinks retired 6 in a row. Gave up a run in the third. Now has retired 5 in a row. Jackson, Patriot leadoff man, 1 for 2 with a run scored in today's contest. Spinks now up to 71 pitches, 46 of which have been called strikes or put into play. Big cut. Came up empty, count now 2-2. And Jackson is the strikeout victim. They'll have to throw down to first to retire him 2-3, but that is done. Brings up Cole Hinnett. Hinnett extended his hitting streak to 10 games with a 3rd inning single. He has now also safely reached base in 21 consecutive contests, which ties the season best for the Patriots, something Gage Taylor did earlier this year. And it hits that one to right field. Martin going back. The edge of the track, reaches up and makes the catch. So Hinnett gave it a ride to the opposite way, but Martin pulls it in for the 3rd out. Patriots go 1-2-3. Head to the top of the 6th. Georgia Southwestern leads Francis Marion 4-3. You're watching the Patriots Sports Network. Long leads off. Dakota Long leads off for the Hurricanes. Long 1 for 2 with the single. Facing lefty Arian Seymour. That one is sprayed foul down to the left field berm area. The 0-2 pitch from Seymour. That one got a couple of Ric Flair hoops and hollers from the umpires in the stands behind the backstop. Count goes to 1-2. Count now 2-2. Again, we've got batting for babies after the game today. Teams from Pepsi, Honda, and ABB will battle for the 2008 title. So Worm Burner to Jackson at second. Makes the play to first, and the long is retired. Tyler Skelton will be next for the Hurricanes. Skelton 1 for 2. Single back in the second, round out to third in the fifth. That one's hit in the air to left center field. Cox on his horse, Taylor over. And Gage Taylor makes the catch. Left center field, just shy of the warning track. Bradley Huff will now bat with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Huff 1 for 2, a single and a run scored. His season average now to 208. Seymour falls behind 2-0 to the junior third baseman. That one's hacked foul down the third baseline. Sun again attempting to break through the clouds. That one's hit pretty well to left field, but it's not going to carry. Cox over, makes the catch toward the line. And the Hurricanes go 1-2-3 in the top of the 6th. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Time for the Patriots to rally. The Hurricanes lead 4-3. You're watching the Patriots Sports Network. Gage Taylor leads off the bottom of the sixth for the Patriots. Taylor 2 for 2, doubled and scored in the first, and singled in the third. His average now up to 330. Patriot batters 3, 4, and 5 due up this inning. So off-speed pitch from Kyle Spinks. Spinks has pitched well, 5 innings, 3 runs allowed, 3 strikeouts, only 1 walk. That one inside. Taylor did all he could not to get hit by that one. Hit off the fist into shallow right center. Center fielder Logan in makes a nice running catch.
That'll bring the shortstop, number 16, C.J. Mackinson.
So C.J. Mackinson will step in. Mackinson 1 for 1. 2-run single in the first and a walk in the third. His average now up to 322 this season. So Spinks, who came in having allowed 70 hits in 53 and a third innings, has limited the Patriots to 5 hits in 5 innings so far. 5 and a third innings, including the out here in the 6th. And he's ahead of C.J. Mackinson, now 1 and 2. That one made a few people flinch and duck down the right field line at the tabletops. Called strike 3, and Mackinson goes back to the dugout. So William Robbins, the senior catcher, will look to extend the Patriots' 6th inning here. Robbins has fanned twice today, once swinging, once looking. His season average dips below 300 to 299. Pops that one foul. Jones over, takes a look, but it's out of play. Spinks now with 4 strikeouts. First baseman Trey Chapman would be next if Robbins can reach. Pops it up on the infield. Dakota Long under it in foul territory. Makes the catch for out number 3. Patriots go 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the 6th. We head to the 7th. Georgia Southwestern leads Francis Marion 4-3. You're watching the Patriots Sports Network. Top of the 7th inning here at Cornell Field in Sparrow Stadium. Georgia Southwestern leads your Patriots 4-3. Both teams with 5 hits. The Patriots did commit 2 costly errors that allowed a pair of unearned runs to score. Hurricanes, top of their order. Jason Beta, second baseman, center fielder Josh Logan, and first baseman Jared Jones due up. Beta 0 for 1 with a pair of walks and 2 runs scored today. Switch hitter turns around to bat from the right side against the lefty Seymour. Seymour now in his 3rd inning of work. It's grounded through the left side for a base hit. And the Hurricanes have their leadoff man here in the 7th. Josh Logan is next. Logan 2 for 3, including RBI double and a single. Fouls that into the Hurricanes bullpen. No outs, and Jason Beta, the runner at first for the Hurricanes. The 0-1 from Seymour. Goes to first. Chases Beta back. One is skewed foul. Count now 0-2. And USC Aiken still leading Lander 4-3 in the 6th inning. That's good news for the Patriots, although that game is closer than it was. Here the Patriots trail 4-3. The final home game of the 2018 season. Logan takes outside for ball 1. Hitting the air to left field. Cox a couple steps back, then to his right, makes the catch. Beta retreats to first. There's one down.
Now batting the first baseman, number 7, Jared Jones.
Jared Jones, the first baseman, now stands in. He's 0 for 3 today. He did reach on a fielding error and was credited with an RBI during the Hurricanes' 2-run 5th inning. That's his 3rd RBI of the season. Nice stop by Chapman over at first base on the errant pickoff attempt. Outside corner gets Seymour ahead in the count, 0-1. Jared Jones, a senior, 5'10", out of McDonough, Georgia, and Union Grove High School. Here's the 2-1 from Seymour. Cued foul. Count now even, 2-2. Seymour from the stretch, checks the runner. Once hit off the end of the bat to center field, but Taylor's over. Avoids Cole Hennett, the right fielder, and makes the catch in right center for the second out. Bader again retires back to first base, where he will be as the DH. Andy Moore steps in. Moore 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts today. Beta will scamper down to second on the passed ball, as Robbins could not handle that one. A little bit outside, but certainly within reach of the senior catcher. So 2 down. Hurricanes have a runner in scoring position now for the designated hitter, Andy Moore. Counts now 3-0. And Seymour misses on 4 in a row in the lefty-lefty matchup, and Andy Moore trots down to first base with a walk, and that'll bring out head coach Art Nabonet. So Hurricanes have 2 on with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Not much room for error for the Patriots here. And Art Nabonet will go to the bullpen. We'll break for 30 seconds, come back to tell you who the new pitcher is. You're watching the Patriots Sports Network. The line on Arian Seymour in his final home appearance. 2 1/3 innings pitched, 2 hits allowed, no runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. He threw 57 pitches. He is responsible for the 2 runners on base. And the new Patriot hurler is number 20, sophomore right-hander Christian Umflett. 6'4", 190 pounds, out of Charlotte, North Carolina, a graduate of South Mecklenburg High School. Umflett's season stats: a 4-4 record, a 4.93 ERA. This will be his team-leading 21st appearance, all in relief. He's thrown 38 1/3 innings, allowed 39 hits, 36 strikeouts, 11 walks, Opponents are batting 260 against him. And he does have 2 saves. And this would hopefully be a save, and that he wants to save the 1-run deficit for the Patriots and give us a chance to bat only trailing by the 1 run. Jason Beta, the runner at second. Andy Moore, the DH, returns to run at first. And Jonathan Martin, the right fielder, will stand in. Martin 0 for 2 today. He did walk in his last appearance. Line score for GSW, 4 runs on 6 hits, no errors. The Patriots 3 runs on 5 hits with 2 errors. Martin stands in from the left side against the righty Umflett. In the dirt, but a good stop by Robbins. Keeps the runners at first and second. Chapman playing behind the runner at first. Umflett again misses the low count, now 2-0. That one is grounded to Jackson at second. Makes the throw to Chapman at first. And the Patriots avert further trouble here in the top of the 7th. It's time to stretch here at Cornell Field at Sparrow Stadium. Georgia Southwestern leads your Patriots 4-3. You're watching the Patriot Sports Network. Due up for the Patriots here at the bottom of the 7th. Let's hopefully that stretching has helped us. We need a couple runs. Your Patriots trail the Hurricanes 4-3, bottom of the 7th. We're running out of outs. Due up for Francis Marion, Trey Chapman. Alex Griffith, and looks like possibly a pinch hitter. But Chapman will lead off. Big first baseman. 0 for 2. He's flown out both times to center fielder. Josh Logan. Tried him deep, tried him shallow. And Logan's been up to the task both times. Kyle Spink still on the mound for the Hurricanes. And they do have a relief pitcher that's now trotting down to the bullpen and looks to be getting ready to warm up. Spink's 6 innings. He's thrown now 89 pitches. But he's limited the Patriots to 5 hits, 3 runs. He struck out 4 and only walked 1. Count now 2-1 to the Patriot first baseman. That was grounded to Skelton, deep short. but he's got the arm to make the throw, and Chapman is retired. Fielded that on the edge of the outfield grass, planted, and made the strong throw to first. Alex Griffith now bats with 1 out. Griffith 0 for 2. He's grounded to short both times. Alex is now 4 for 10 in this weekend series. And on deck to pinch hit for the DH T. Dubose. It looks like Justin Palmer's grabbed a bat. USC Aiken still leading Lander 5-4. That now in the 6th inning over at Roberto Hernandez Stadium in Aiken. Griffith fouls it back over toward Hartzler Soccer Field. Griffith takes high for ball 2. And he swings and misses for strike 3. Griffith is a strikeout victim. And as we mentioned, senior Justin Palmer will pinch hit for the DH T. Dubose. Palmer, one of those seniors honored before the game in Senior Day festivities. 5'11", 175 pounds, out of Charleston, West Virginia, Capitol High School. Attended Potomac State College before coming to Francis Marion. This season, Palmer batting 188. This will be his 12th game. He does have 5 RBIs, a couple of doubles. And he's quickly down in the hole here, 0-2. See, pinch hitting this season. Palmer 1 for 4. Swings and misses there, and Spinks has a very productive inning. Patriots go 1-2-3. We head to the top of the 8th. Georgia Southwestern continues to lead the Patriots 4-3. You're watching the Patriot Sports Network. Couple of defensive changes for the Patriots as we head to the top of the 8th inning. Junior Austin Fox will take over in left field. He'll be batting in the spot previously occupied by Alex Griffith. And then left fielder Stephen Cox moves in to play third base now for Francis Marion. Christian Umflett starts his first full inning on the mound for the Patriots. And he will face batters 6, 7, and 8 in the Georgia Southwestern lineup. Cole Clark, the left fielder, leads off and puts a bunt down the third base line. He will get a hit and goes to second on the throwing error by the third baseman, Stephen Clark. That ball stayed on the grass. It was not going to go fair, so Cox barehanded it, but then threw wildly. So credit with a hit, and then advanced to second on the air. So very quickly, the Hurricanes have a runner in scoring position. That'll bring up the catcher, Dakota Long. Long 1 for 3 in the game today. Ahead in the count now 1-0. Umflett checks the runner. Dakota Long, a senior, 6'1", out of Macon, Georgia. Tatnall Square Academy. That's where he went to prep school. Hits that in the air to left field. Fox coming in, still coming in, settles under it to make the catch. And there's one out. So the shortstop, Tyler Skelton, will bat, with the runner still at second, but now one out. Skelton 1 for 3 in today's game. His average now at 206. Umflett toes the rubber. Gets the sign from William Robbins. Checks the runner at second. Comes to the plate. That one is grounded to Mackinson, who's going to go to third, and they will get the runner Clark trying to attempt as Clark took off at the crack of the bat. But the ball was in front of him, and Mackinson made the play. So they're now 2 outs, and Skelton reaches on the fielder's choice. Probably not the best base running decision by Clark at second, as you'd rather make him throw the runner out at first, and you're still in scoring position with 2 outs. That one's chopped. Cox at third. Fields and makes the throw. And the Hurricanes are retired. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Francis Marion needs some runs. Patriots trail the Hurricanes 4-3. You're watching the Patriots Sports Network. Stephen Cox leads off the bottom of the 8th for the Patriots. Cox 0 for 2. He's grounded out to Bate at second both times. So the Patriots, who had scored in double figures each of their last 4 games, have been limited to 3 runs on 5 hits by senior right-hander Kyle Spinks. Spinks just passed the 100 pitch mark. No one currently warming in the Hurricanes bullpen, but they do have folks down there. The Hurricanes will play Tuskegee University on Tuesday at 5 o'clock at Patterson Field, and they'll finish out their season next weekend with the 3-game Peach Belt Conference Series at UNC Pembroke. And they rule that Cox did go that time, so he's now a strikeout victim. So the Hurricanes will play the UNC Pembroke Braves in a doubleheader on Saturday at 1 o'clock, and then a single game Sunday at 1 o'clock. So the Patriots are back to the top of the order now. 1 out, Patrick Jackson bats. Jackson, 1 for 3, a single and a run scored. Patriots down to their final 5 outs here at home in the 2018 season. And Jackson is now a strikeout victim. So Spinks now has 8 strikeouts in 7 2/3 innings of work, only 1 walk, and he's scattered 5 hits. Cole Hinnett stands in with 2 outs. Hinnett 1 for 3, a single and a run scored. Spinks did come into today's contest owning 1 complete game this season. That one goes all the way to the backstop. The count now 2-0 to the Patriot right fielder. And Hinnett draws a 4-pitch walk. So the Patriots do have a base runner now with 2 outs. We'll bring up Gage Taylor, center fielder. Taylor 2 for 3, doubled and scored in the first, singled in the third, flew out to center field in the 6th. Taylor does lead the Patriots in RBIs with 37. Hinnett possessing decent speed at first base. He's only attempted 1 stolen base this year and was successful. But with Jones holding him on, Taylor does have a hole to hit through on the right side. But that's a wild pitch. Excuse me, no, it hit Taylor. It hit Taylor, so the ball is dead. But the Patriots now have a pair of runners on with 2 outs.
Number 16, CJ Mackinson.
So just the 3rd batter that Spinks has hit in 61 innings this season. And that'll bring a visit from Brian McLean to Dr. Spinks, as there are 2 outs now here in the bottom of the 8th. But the Patriots have the potential tying run in scoring position at second base. And C.J. Mackinson, the shortstop, will be at the plate. Mackinson 1 for 2, a 2-run single in the first inning. He walked in the second, called out on strikes in the 6th. Mackinson this year batting .324 with 2 outs and .322 with runners in scoring position. The outfield playing medium deep in left and right, kind of shallow in center field. I don't know if Logan's trying to position himself there in center field to maybe cut off a run on a base hit up the middle. And Spinks has missed on 2 in a row. Matter of fact, he's missed on 7 in a row. 4 straight balls to Hinnett. Then he hit Taylor with the first pitch, and now he's gone 2-0 to Mackinson. Let's see if Art Nabinett gives CJ the green light. Right down Palmetto Street there for strike number 1. Count now 3-1. Spinks now up to 117 pitches, 73 of which have either been put in play or found the strike zone. So big pitch here from Kyle Spinks to Patriot shortstop CJ Mackinson. 3-1 count, 2 outs, 2 runners on here in the bottom of the 8th. The Patriots trailing by 1. That one's fouled. Count now full. The runners will get a head start now. Good news from over in Aiken is the Pacers have opened up a 9-4 lead now over Lander. So the runners will be going on this pitch. Full count pitch with 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. See what CJ Mackinson can do with this offering from Kyle Spinks. Chopped foul. Another nice play with Art Nabinett. That's probably his 3rd or 4th play there in the third base coaching box this series. Normally he lets those balls go through, but he's been overly aggressive here in the final home series of the season. Down low for ball 4, and the bases are going to be loaded. And of course, with the bases loaded, who's going to come to the plate? Senior catcher William Robbins. The 5th time he will bat with the bases loaded in this series. Today, Robbins has struck out swinging in the 1st, struck out looking in the 3rd, and fouled out to the catcher in the 6th. So what possibly could be his final at bat after a quality 4 years here with the Patriot program, and he'll have to wait a few minutes as Georgia Southwestern is now going to make a pitching change. We'll come back in 30 seconds and tell you about the new Hurricane Hurler. New pitcher for Georgia Southwestern, Harrison Timberlake, 6'3" freshman, right-hander from Philadelphia, PA, product of the IMG Academy in Florida. Find amid all my papers, the Georgia Southwestern stats. And you get to the third game of the series. I've got more papers than necessary. Timberlake, 0-1, a 4.50 ERA. This will be his 13th appearance, all in relief. He does have one save. 24 innings pitched, 23 hits allowed, 28 strikeouts in those 24 innings, and only 9 bases on balls. So quality numbers for the freshman right-hander. But he comes into this game with the bases loaded, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th, and the Hurricanes clinging to a 1-run lead, 4-3. William Robbins, as we mentioned, will bat for the 5th time in the series with the bases loaded. He is now 5 for 8 this season when batting with 3 runners on. Patriots need to scratch out a run here. So we're down to the 4 outs, last 4 outs of the home season. That one inside almost hit Robbins on the left shoulder, so he had to duck out of the way. Do his best matrix move. The 0-1, the 1-0 straight down the middle. And Logan playing a little shallow in center field. The right and left medium depth in the outfield. All 3 of them straight away. That misses outside and low. Count now 2-1. Kennett, the runner at third. Gage Taylor at second. C.J. Mackinson at first. Robbins swings and misses. Count now even at 2-2. Not much breeze to speak of. Nothing that would help the batter out in any way, shape, or form, or hurt him. Here's the 2-2 from Timberlake to Robbins. Bounces up there. Good stop by Dakota Long behind the plate. Count is now full. So the runners at second and first, Taylor and Mackinson, will get a head start here on the full count pitch with 2 outs. And so anything in the gap could easily score Mackinson from first base. Timberlake gets the sign from the stretch. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Robbins. Hit in the air to left field, but Clark's got room. He will make the catch for the 3rd out. The Patriots are retired, stranding 3 base runners. We head to the 9th inning. Georgia Southwestern leads Francis Marion 4-3. You're watching the Patriot Sports Network. Well, we're down to the last inning of the 2018 home season. Hurricanes lead your Patriots 4-3. USC Aiken continues to lead Lander 9-4. That game now in the top of the 7th inning over in Aiken. Other Peach Belt scores from today: Columbus State defeated Young Harris 11-4. North Georgia rallied late to beat Winston-Salem State 8-7. Georgia College leads Augusta 8-1 as they head to the 8th inning. UNC Pembroke leads Flagler 7-5. That's in the bottom of the 7th. And of course here, Georgia Southwestern leads your Patriots 4-3. Top of the order for the Hurricanes: Jason Beta, Josh Logan, and Jared Jones. Against the righty Umflett, Beta turns around to bat from the left side this time. Beta 1 for 2 with a pair of walks and a pair of runs scored. Christian Umflett still on the mound for the Patriots. Georgia Southwestern 4 runs on 7 hits with no errors, and your Patriots 3 runs, 5 hits, and 3 errors. Fly ball left center. Austin Fox makes the catch. And Beta's retired. Bring up the center fielder, Josh Logan. Logan 2 for 4 with an RBI double and a single. Nobody has scored in this game since the top of the 5th inning when the Hurricanes plated 2 runs to take the 4-3 lead. Patriots have not scored since the 3rd inning, as their bats were pretty much silenced by starter Kyle Spinks after plating the 3 early runs. Fly ball left field. Austin Fox coming in, makes the catch in very shallow left field. They're 2 down. That, of course, gives Fox the chance to tie the record held by many if Jared Jones can hit a fly ball to him in left field of making all 3 putouts. Jones is first baseman, 0 for 4 with an RBI. He hit the ground ball to third base in the 5th inning with the bases loaded that got through for an error. Saw 2 runners score on that play, and that's the difference in the ball game right now. Umflett gets the sign from Robbins. Winds the 1-2. In the dirt, 2-2. Called strike 3. That does it for the Hurricanes in the top of the 9th. Time to rally for your Patriots. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Georgia Southwestern 4, Francis Marion 3. You're watching the Patriot Sports Network. All right, here we go, Patriots. 3 outs, and we need a run. Trey Chapman leads us off here in the bottom of the ninth. Chapman 0 for 3. Fly out to center, and a ground ball to shortstop. Austin Fox in the on-deck circle as he entered the game as a defensive replacement. Will bat next. Chapman hits that one to right field, but it's not going to carry. Martin is in, makes the catch. 1 down here in the bottom of the ninth. Right-hander Harrison Timberlake continues on the mound for the Hurricanes. He looks to save it for GSW starter Kyle Spinks. Austin Fox now bats for the Patriots. Fox entered as a defensive replacement in left field. He's batting 154. This is his 17th appearance of the season. No home runs, 2 RBIs, on base percentage of .214. Austin has been used primarily as a pinch runner a lot this year. He scored 9 times in those 17 appearances. The Timberlake now ahead in the count 1-2. Senior Justin Palmer would be next for the Patriots. Will be next as there's only 1 out here in the bottom of the ninth. And Fox grounds it back up the middle for a base hit, and the Patriots have life here in the bottom of the ninth. Let's hope that Austin Fox can help the institution name for the Swamp Fox to a come from behind rally here in the bottom of the ninth. So Justin Palmer, who took over the DH chores for T. Dubose earlier in the game. He struck out in his first at-bat, pinch hitting in the 7th. Fox, good speed at first base. Palmer checked his swing. I'm surprised they don't ask the base umpire to appeal on that one. Count 1-1. Fox has not attempted a stolen base this year. He does now. Palmer swings and misses. Safe at second, so Fox is now in scoring position. Swinging strike on Palmer. Count on him is now 1-2, but the Patriots do have the potential tying run in scoring position. So Fox with his first steal of the year. Palmer now batting with the potential tying run in scoring position. But the count on Palmer is 1-2. Palmer with 5 RBIs this season. So good speed at second base, and I'm sure that Fox would attempt to score on just about any base hit to the outfield. Swung on a miss, but they'll have to throw down to first base, which Dakota Long does. So Palmer's retired on the strikeout, and the Patriots are down to their final out of the season here at home. Stephen Cox will bat. Cox 0 for 3. Grounded to second twice and struck out. So 2 outs here in the last of the ninth. Patriots trying to get that tying run home. Harrison Timberlake trying to save it for the Hurricanes. Fouled off over near the field house. And Timberlake is ahead in the count 0-1. 11 of Timberlake's 17 offerings have either been put in play or been called strikes. The 0-1 in there for strike 2, and Patriots now down to their final strike. Austin Fox, the runner at second, good speed. Stephen Cox at the plate. Let's see if Cox can score Fox. Soft liner back to the pitcher. And the Hurricanes have defeated the Patriots 4-3. Final line score. Georgia Southwestern 4 runs on 7 hits, no errors. Francis Marion 3 runs on 6 hits with 3 errors. 2 of those errors constantly allowing unearned runs to come in. Georgia Southwestern improves to 9-32 overall, 5-22 in the Peach Belt. The Patriots dropped to 18-28, 9-21. Winning pitcher Kyle Spinks, he goes to 2-6. Harrison Timberlake picks up his second save. Austin Roseberry, the Francis Marion starter, gets charged with the loss. He drops to 3-2. Time of the game, if I can find my 2 hours and 42 minutes. In the Patriots now must scoreboard watch. Lander still trails USC Aiken 9-4 in that contest. So if that holds, the Patriots will have 9 wins to their credit in Peach Belt play. Lander only 7. And the Patriots will have to hope that they can get some help from North Georgia next weekend when the Nighthawks play the Bearcats. Well, again, thanks to the Media Center crew, Larry and Max Falk, Caleb Reeves, Deontay Hemingway, for bringing us the sights and sounds today. We appreciate you joining us for Patriot baseball and softball and basketball and volleyball and soccer this season, and hope to see you again next year. This is Michael Hawkins signing off. Hope you have a good afternoon. The final score, Georgia Southwestern 4, Francis Marion 3. You've been watching the Patriot Sports Network.